Good morning, Kentuckiana. It is 9 o'clock on your Saturday morning. I am Gabriel Gonzalez. We are glad you're here. As always, let's get you some weather to start your weekend. Reed on the road out in LaGrange for Oldham County Day. Reed, good to see you once again this morning. How are you?
Gabe, it's good to see you. We're very well, thank you. Starting our morning off here in LaGrange, we're right at Main Street and 2nd Avenue by the police department. What a day it's going to be. This is Oldham County Day. We are headquartered in LaGrange along with a whole lot of people. Tell you what, the parade starts at 10 o'clock this morning. Metro Police Officer Nick Wilt is the Grand Marshal for the parade. Now, let's go ahead and talk some weather here. It is a nice morning. Actually, we're getting a little breeze out here. It's not bad right now. As we go to Max 1, take a look in downtown Louisville. There is a picture of the downtown area. And let's go ahead and talk about some temperatures now. It is already quite warm, as you can imagine, but it's not oppressive yet. Now, we got a little bit of shade right here, but that's not going to last forever. 77 already. We're pushing 80 pretty rapidly in the city. You see, you got outside the city, still the mid-70s. So what's in store for today? Well, we're going to run the risk of picking up some more rain, periods of or waves of showers and storms. That's pretty much the forecast for the weekend. Now, it's going to be a washout by any means. And some people actually stay dry, but others will be getting wet. And when you do, in some cases, you're going to get significant rain. And the rains that came late last night, radar was indicating that portions of J-Town may have picked up over 3 inches of rain. At Ali International, nearly 1.5 inches of rain. Here's what's ahead for today. 89 this afternoon, and we'll see a high of 92 on your Sunday. The humidity going to be there. And we'll also look at dew points in the 70s. It's going to be rather uncomfortable, but it is July, and it's going to feel like it. It looks like right now, and we'll time it out for you. Right now, it looks like all of the showers and storms should hold off here in the metro until the latter part of the afternoon, moving into the evening. But we'll check Futurecast and time everything out. Right now, Gabe, we're going to put you to work. You bring us up to date on all the stories we're keeping up with on this morning. We'll see you again in about 15 minutes from LaGrange, right here.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Reed. Moving on, LMPD made multiple arrests on Friday in connection to homicides across the city. Officers arrested 45-year-old Antonio Whaley for a shooting that happened early Friday morning. It happened in the Algonquin neighborhood on Moore Court. The man who was shot was taken to University Hospital, where he later died. Moore is charged with murder, among other charges. And police were able to make a separate arrest for a shooting that happened back in February. A teen was arrested for that shooting, which killed one teenager and injured another. Police say a 17-year-old shot and killed another teen on Gallagher Street in the California neighborhood. A second person was also shot and found around the corner. That person was taken to the hospital and will be okay. The 17-year-old is charged with complicity to murder and attempted murder. On Friday, Mayor Greenberg attended the Bishop's Table, a weekly community forum. During that forum, people addressed youth violence in the city. Overall violent crime continues to trend down in Louisville. However, over the last few weeks, we've seen several shootings involving teens as young as 13 years old. The mayor pushed for more community involvement.
We have to keep going. This progress is nothing to celebrate. This progress we should just see as fuel, that what we're doing is starting to work. And so let's do more, let's do it better, and let's do it faster. Let's keep working together as a community together to continue this progress, because it's been a tough week here in Louisville.
According to Greenberg, overall throughout the city, shootings are down more than 30%. Since 2021, shootings in the city have dropped by more than 60%. In other news this morning, 3 men, including 2 former Manual High School football coaches, were indicted on dozens of sexual abuse charges. Donnie Stoner, the former head coach at Manual, was indicted on 52 counts by a grand jury. His brother and former assistant coach Ronnie Stoner and another man, Zachary Kilgore, were also named in that indictment. The Stoners were removed from their coaching roles in 2023 after Donnie Stoner was accused of sexually assaulting a 17-year-old girl. All 3 men will be in court on Monday. A Jeffersonville man is now behind bars after he was arrested for threatening a business that he was fired from. Jeffersonville police responded to Kenco Logistics on River Ridge Parkway. Police say Crossy Bennett was fired from his position. During the process, he made verbal threats of gun violence. Police say Bennett also hit a supervisor before leaving the building and then getting in his car. Police then say Bennett was seen driving aggressively toward the main entrance before a nearby sheriff's deputy stopped him. He was taken into custody after a chase. An Oldham County bus driver was arrested for DUI. Oldham County police were called to the YMCA around 2 o'clock on Friday after counselors expressed concern about Melissa Dowell, who was transporting children from the aquatic center back to the YMCA. Police say they made contact with Dowell, who was parked in a running bus at the aquatic center. Officers say they smelled a strong odor on Dowell, and she had slurred speech with glassy eyes. Dowell was taken into custody for DUI. No children were on the bus at the time of the arrest, and the YMCA arranged for alternate transportation for those children. Saving a person on the street from spending the night in jail and saving a police officer's important time that could be spent on something else. Houseless advocates are finding ways around a state law that made street camping illegal. WHAS 11's Clarice Shaley and photojournalist Aspen Hester take a look at one center trying to help.
I don't know if I do good every day, but I try to.
Homeless outreach.
I feel like getting the resources out to the people in the community is a start.
For Brandon Livers, starts with a conversation and talking to people about their options through St. John Center in Louisville.
People don't choose to be homeless. Homelessness chooses for people. Once they get caught in that cycle, it's kind of hard to get out.
As an outreach specialist, Livers talks to people all of the time. He's gained 2 additional referrals through the center's hotline, just launched about a week ago. To report to their hotline, you either fill out this link or scan the QR code. Here you can fill out details like your location that help them respond to the issue, and they also track it.
If you're a concerned citizen, you should call this hotline if you want the individual to receive help and the resources they may need to get off the street versus going to jail.
This is an effort to combat what people at St. John Center say are negative impacts of Kentucky House Bill 5, a law for 1 year now that makes street camping illegal, adding criminal punishments. According to statewide data, about 425 charges have been placed over 30 counties since the bill went into effect. In a story that made national headlines, one of these charges was a Louisville woman who was in labor. All 7 Republican state representatives of Jefferson County backed the bill. Representative John Hodgson was one of the writers. Looking back on the bill, he believes everyone's happy with the results and says the measures have improved public safety and order in the community. He says comparing 6 months in 2025 versus the same period last year, high-risk homeless encampments are down 80%. Overall complaints about camps down 34%. Long-term street sleepers with drug problems are getting diverted into rehab versus incarceration, whereas they refuse to go for many years. Outreach coordinators for the unhoused say this makes their job harder as people find other places to hide, like abandoned churches.
We would start the housing process with some of our clients, and when we go back to visit them or follow up with our clients, they had been moved. And that's because the city was moving people.
The unhoused receiving criminal charges, all while the problem persists. For WHAS 11, I'm Clarice Shaley on your side.
We have information up on our website now on how to access that link. St. John's Center Outreach Team does not respond on the weekends.